Chat. What was happening? You weren't hearing me clear?
Right.
Well, one thing you could do is take the audio from this and have her run the YouTube with the audio from here. I mean, it's an extra step, but that's the best I can do.
Try standing up again.
Yes. Hello, hello, hello.
If you
Hello.
can not move from that spot, will work. But when you start to,
Well, okay, here's what we're gonna do.
we're going like this, okay, on the audio.
So the thing is, I got to run your music, and then I have to turn over here and do that, and then I have to turn back over here. So is this where I need to be?
Turn toward the music.
Hold on.
Speak as you're turning toward the music.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Because the thing is,
right. Don't move.
no, hold on. If I bring them, all right. So this is as far as I go. See, the thing is, I have to turn to do this, and then I got to turn that down. All right. So where you want me to be? Right here?
Now I want you to turn toward the music.
Turn toward the music. Here it
A
is.
little more.
So I have to hit this.
That's where you turn, where your voice is, where you turn toward the music is the spot.
Where, right here?
Yes.
But you can't see me.
I know. Can you move your body over to that spot?
Right here?
Right there.
Okay, we'll see what happens. 3, 2, 1. Oh, something happening. Oh, that's because it's not ready. Okay, hold on. Because of the miracle of taping, we can just do that now. Go. Well, now it's time to check your money with America's money maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Good day to you, Vicki.
Hi there, George. Good day to you. And I'm very happy to say that it is a beautiful day. And I feel like even though we've had all the challenges that we've had for 2020, that the fact that we're having a summer like the one we're having here in upstate New York, that brings a smile to my face, because this is one of those summers you really wish for.
You wish for the summer, but the problem is we really can't really enjoy it the way we want to.
Well, George, I don't know about you.
You're getting yours in.
I'm getting mine in, okay? I'm sitting on the porch as often as I can. I'm standing out in the backyard because I am going to get all those beautiful rays down on me this summer.
You're getting your vitamin D.
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir. Okay. So I want to bring everybody back to a conversation that we had probably, I'd say, 3 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And that conversation was around how to create liquidity in businesses.
Sure.
Remind everyone that, okay, for those of you who participated in the SBA program, as far as the Paycheck Protection Program, the wording was very precise in that Paycheck Protection Program. And the wording was really around the fact that these were loans. And those loans, though, had a provision that would allow for forgiveness of those loans based on certain criteria, but to remember that they were loans. Since that point, there have been some changes to those programs that I think we should bring forth for our business, for our business listeners. Mm-hmm. The first one was that initially the qualifying period for looking at your expenses as far as your payroll expenses and some particular qualifying expenses that were also added, like rent and things of that nature, that the qualifying period to measure whether or not you would be able to have those loans forgiven was the end of June. But on July 1, Congress passed an extension of that qualifying period and moved it out to the end of the year. Well, that was really, really, really good news, because one of the things they found out is that based on what was happening as far as stay-at-home orders and work from remote orders, that many companies, many companies were not even going to be back in their original locations, in their business operational locations by that date. So how were they going to qualify under that time period? Well, here is another thing that happened. If you recall, the first package of PPP loans, the money was, it just went out the door like it felt like this in 2 or 3 days. There was a real rush to get approved. Most of the money was distributed, in about a week's time, and many businesses didn't have the opportunity to actually even participate in the program. So then there was a second allocation that took place. And that second allocation, many of the smaller businesses had more of an opportunity, but we still had a certain segment, particularly Black and brown businesses, women-owned businesses, small institutions that did not participate.
Or didn't get it.
Well, didn't apply or didn't get it. Okay?
Sure.
Well, the window for approval for that second round has actually also been extended. So if you were considering actually applying for the Paycheck Protection Program and you think that the money has all been expended, it has not. You have until August 8th, that's a couple of weeks from now, August 8th to still apply, because money is still available.
Sure.
And that's what I want everyone to hear. Money is still available. So if you haven't worked with your bank or your SBA officer locally and you need funding, get on the phone today. Well, Monday, okay? Get on the phone tomorrow morning. Call your lending institution and find out how to go through the process, because there's still money available. And having, what were we talking about before? Because this is not over. The stress and strain relative to what's happening with COVID is not over. And having cash infused into your business so that you can come through this process and come through the other side is still available and available to help small businesses here locally and across the country. So
it's such a critical need. As you can see, we're still not fully open. There's still parts of our economy that have not been able to open. A lot of the gyms, for example, haven't been able to open yet. So this is a critical time.
It is very much. But here's another element that's actually also been added. I told you that the wording, and I did a segment with Calvin Quarters over at Pathfinder Bank and with the SBA office here, where we talked to the members of UMIA a couple months back, and I was corrected a couple of times to make sure, Dan corrected me over the SBA, to make sure that I said it properly. These were loans that could be forgiven.
That could be forgiven.
That could be, because there's a qualifying process. Okay?
There is.
Okay, and the qualifying process, we were expecting, as I said, for initially to be there at the end of June, and then it's been extended to the end of the year. But here's a new wrinkle. Recently, a bill was passed through the Senate. It's bill number, introduced. I shouldn't say passed. Introduced through the Senate. Okay, bill number 4117. And if passed, it's going to provide automatic forgiveness of the Paycheck Protection loans that are $150,000 or less, based on, instead of a volume of information, a one-page form that is basically a quick, kind of look at it as your easy form for your IRS forms. It's not the easy form, but feels like that. You have the long form for filing your taxes. There was anticipated going to be a long form for the forgiveness, but now it looks like this may actually be a much shorter process, and automatic forgiveness for Paycheck Protection loans of $150,000 or less. The bill is in Congress right now. It really is expected to be passed, which again makes it vitally important that if you didn't apply, please go out and apply and get the money. If you did apply and you fall under this category of $150,000 or less, I want you to call your lending institution to get more details on the potential forgiveness under the automatic program under Senate Bill 4117. What that does, and if you look at all of the loans that are out there, about 84 to 85% of them were actually under $150,000. So they're trying to streamline the process and make it a much more robust process as far as the forgiveness portion to keep funds in the hands of small business owners. That is really good news. But you have to get involved with your bankers in order to make sure that you follow the steps to get that forgiveness that's potentially out there. Here's some other good news. Okay?
Yeah, we like good news.
I love good news.
Let's keep it coming.
All right. It's expected, not guaranteed. Hear me, George. Expected, not guaranteed, that there may be a new coronavirus relief plan next week.
Right.
Being unveiled. Okay. Right now, the Republicans have a major part of the bill, and they are struggling to come up with a consensus, but it looks like it's going to pass. And some of the details currently are around reduced extension of enhanced unemployment insurance, some direct payments to individuals, some liability protection for businesses and doctors, and about $105 billion in school funding. And now I hope this happens. But as I said, there's no guarantee, but it looks like this is going to happen. So stay tuned. But here's what I want to say most of all. Stay tuned, but don't make this your plan. Don't make this your plan. You still need to stay on point with the plan that we described earlier, as far as having enough cash to sustain you through the next 6, 8, 9 months. But if this happens, that's great. And we'll talk about maybe some ways that we can enhance your plan through the infusion of this cash. All right, so George, before I close, just want to remind everyone, go to info@brackensfsn.com and register for our event that's coming up on August 20th. We are going to have a party. You need to be there. If you have questions, feel free to give us a call at area code 315-930-4499, or hit us up on Facebook or on Twitter, or subscribe to us there on YouTube at brackensfinancialfsn.com. And at this point, George, I'll say our plate is full.
All right. That's Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. And yes, Vicki is America's money maven.